Good day, my freedom-loving Canadians, this January 6th of 2025. Now, I thought today, with the announcement we got from our king and leader, Justin Trudeau, that maybe, I'd be in a better mood and better spirits. But if you paid attention to what he really said, he said he will step down from the Liberal Party and PM when a new leader is picked. Now that could mean a lot. Number one, he's still Prime Minister. We still have this year going forward with him basically as a lame duck while things are falling apart, getting worse. We have this tariff situation coming up, and he's proroguing Parliament. Wiping away the SDTC scandal, where at least $400 million has been just given away to liberal insiders. Plus everything else that's going on. He gets to just wipe that away and say, well, I'll step aside when there's a new leader. But think about this. Who in the Liberal Party right now could take over and make things any better? The rumors are Mark Carney, a globalist banker, elitist, who says he's all about green tech here in Canada, but supports and makes money from pipelines and around the world. So he's just part of the whole socialist utopia nonsense dream in Canada that Trudeau is. And the other potentials, Melanie Jolie, that's all I have to say about her. Chrystia Freeland, can you imagine? Look how bad the finances were run by her and the comments she's made over the years. She supported him through everything he's done for 9 years. Philippe Champagne? He's part of the SDTC scandal. Anand? Oh yeah, that says real leadership. There is nobody. If liberals were smart, go to this election, get an election as soon as possible, wipe the slate clean, find a strong leader, and restart. Go back to the center. Because that's basically what Canada is. And we have a fair amount of left-wing socialists who would still support them. And probably they'd be back in power. But no, they all want to keep their jobs. Just a couple comments. I'm sorry I had to put you through this, but I'm going to play a little clip from Trudeau's so-called resignation today.
As you all know, I'm a fighter. Every bone in my body has always told me to fight because I care deeply about Canadians. I care deeply about this country, and I will always be motivated by what is in the best interest of Canadians.
Do you really think he's motivated by what Canadians' needs are? Is that what it's looked like? Especially these last few years? What a joke. He's motivated by, his globalist, far left, progressive, WEF agenda. That's what it's all about. It's all about him, too. It's ridiculous that he would even say that. Nobody believes it.
And the fact is, despite best efforts to work through it, Parliament has been paralyzed for months.
again, why is it paralyzed? Because we have the SDTC fund that's set up as a fund to help small business and tech company to develop green initiatives through grants and whatnot and startup costs. And it's worked under previous governments, under Harper, under Paul Martin. No issues, at least no issues that we know of. But under this leader and this government, they dished out, according to parliamentary budget officer, and up to $400 million, at least $400 million of unethical spending. Liberal insiders, liberal friends, and all the other parties, not just the Conservatives, agreed. We need the documents to see where all this money is going and what's going on. Not just Conservatives. The Bloc, the NDP, also even said, we can't go on until we see the unredacted documents. And they refused to. Months of no bills to get through. That's how bad these documents were incriminating. So, through his best efforts. Yeah, your best efforts would have been turn over the documents. Let's see what's really going on. Let Canadians see where our money has gone.
After what has been the longest session of a minority parliament in Canadian history.
He's proud of that. The longest minority. Probably the worst support, according to the polls, too. But you were kept in power by Jagmeet and the NDP. Because you have basically become the NDP, a far-left socialist party. So of course they're going to keep you into power. Plus they have no money and no real support either. So they're fine. You run the government like we would. Overspending and progressive policies while we get paid and get to sit here and pretend like we're holding you to account. What a joke. Jagmeet and the NDP are just as much to blame for the state of Canada as the Liberal Party.
That's why this morning I advised the Governor General that we need a new session of Parliament.
Another person we should be saying, hey, why didn't you step in? This government has completely fallen apart. Canadians are demanding an election. It's never been this bad since the Great Depression. But no, I think she sits on the Trudeau family board, charity board or whatever. She's just a liberal insider. You know, that Governor General is supposed to be that person appointed from the old monarch system that makes sure things are followed to protect Canadians under this parliamentary system. But no. So I hold her just accountable as this government and the NDP.
She has granted this request, and the House will now be prorogued until March 24th.
So there you have it, folks. Till at least March. With Trump tariffs coming in, we have a carbon tax going up April 1st. The food bank line's getting longer. Housing prices aren't any better. A $62 billion deficit. And no government. No nothing. Well, the Liberal Party gets to sit back and try and figure out what we're going to do while we all suck on it. It's ridiculous. And I still wonder if this is just a ploy. Somehow he's going to weasel his way back in. Nobody's strong enough. Carbon tax Carney, yeah, the guy that supported and believes in carbon tax and green initiatives here in this, socialist paradise that we're trying in Canada while supporting pipelines and oil and around the world while he gets rich. Or Chrystia Freeland. Oh my gosh. Look at what a terrible job she's done. She's been supporting Trudeau for 9 years. There's no way she'd be any better. Probably worse. Melanie Joly. There's nothing to say about her. She just doesn't have the intelligence to do the job she's doing now, let alone Prime Minister. Philippe Champlain? Well, he's supporting Trudeau as well, and he's entangled in this SDTC thing. Who else? There's no strong candidates. Liberal voters here. I'm never telling you what to do. But if you're smart, let Trudeau go into an election, wipe the party clean, start from scratch, find a real leader, get new candidates, and move back to the center where your party is supposed to be. And maybe you can become a real party again. Because right now, it doesn't matter who comes in. You might pick up a few extra seats, but you're going to be lucky to have party status with this group of knuckleheads. Well, that's my take. Thanks for taking the time to watch. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you think. Help my little channel out. I'm just not as excited about today with his resignation. We're still in a terrible place. He's still our PM. We need an election now, not possibly in May or even as far as October. We need change now. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Have a good night.